I'm Dr. Lara, and welcome to another week of Channeled Angel Messages. Before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Kathleen and Bill. Thank you so much for the generous donations that you have given to me and my channel, and it really gives me the opportunity to create more of these videos, and I so much appreciate your support. So, with that, sit back and relax and see if anything resonates for you today. Okay, so I'm seeing a person that is holding their heart, and what they're telling me is that they're it looks like there needs to be some self-forgiveness that needs to take place for a lot of people on the planet. So it feels like, for the most part, a lot of people are just kind of like throwing blame all over the place and holding other people responsible for their happiness and saying that whatever they're doing, it's ruining their lives. And there's just like a lot of blame that's going on right now. And what the angels want to help you understand is that underneath the blame that we have for other people, there is some part of us that we feel like we need to forgive ourselves. And that's what they're showing me, is that a lot of people, it feels like people are going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired of blaming and getting caught up in all of this kind of stuff. And this looks like it's part of the awakening process. Oh, okay. So this is cool. So this is part of the awakening journey that it feels like people are going to start experiencing. So when they're showing me, when you first wake up, it's like anger and rage and fear. And when we get into that space, we're like pointing the finger. And, we're saying that all of these outer circumstances are what's affecting us. But as you move through that awakening process, you begin to understand that it's not really outside circumstances or people that we're angry with. And you begin to develop some emotional maturity, and you learn to look within and look at what's going on inside of you. And you begin to realize that a lot of the perceptions that you have about blaming other people, you're actually blaming yourself on some level for something. And they're showing me like people have their hands on their hips and they're like shaking their head like no. And if you're still with me after saying that, congratulations, because that shows that you're like, oh, okay, this might be something I need to look at. And you're having that emotional maturity and that spiritual awakening. And they're also saying there's a lot of people that are listening right now that have already done that or are already there. And they're giving you a pat on the back for looking within and doing your own growth from within here, and understanding that whatever's going on inside of you is a direct picture of what's happening out there. So if you don't like what's happening out there, look inward and see where that is coming from. And they're not saying that the things outside of you where the blame isn't warranted. On some level it is, right? On some level it is, because there's a lot of stuff that's coming to the surface that was, hidden from us, where we were taken advantage of, we were lied to. And yes, that is something to look at and to consider. However, once you see that and you feel that, you don't need to stay there. The way to get out of that anger and rage is to consciously tell yourself, I'm done doing this. I'm taking my power back. And the way that you take your power back is you start looking from within and dealing with your issues. Okay. I don't think that was a very popular one, but oh well. Okay. Let's see what else they have here. So this is interesting, and they're pointing the finger, but it's not, they're not shaking the finger. What this means is this is speaking to someone directly. And it's interesting because people, they type in, I think you were talking to me, and there's more than one person that can have this message. So if you feel like they are talking to you, yes, You listen to it, okay? And it's not ego based. Okay, it's like, oh, the angels are talking to me. That's not ego based. That is listening to your intuition. That's like, oh, this resonates. I better listen to this. Okay. So what they're telling me is it feels like whoever it is that they're talking to, they're getting ready to embark on making a decision, and it feels like it feels like a risk, not from their point of view, but from your point of view. It feels like they're just giving me an example. Like maybe you're thinking about quitting your day job and going for the career that you actually want, or starting something. It feels financial. Okay, whatever this is, it feels financial, whether it's moving to another house or okay, it feels financial and it feels like a career move. So this person might feel like, I'm taking a big risk. Okay, you are when the ego mind gets in. Okay, but what the angels want to let you know is that as long as you are in integrity and you are showing up authentically to the best of your ability, and whatever it is you're doing is servicing humanity and is in alignment with your soul's purpose, that eliminates the risk. Because you're moving into a time now where the light workers that have been quiet for so long, that have just been, patiently sitting on the sidelines waiting for people to wake up so we can come forward and share, what we have to help people make this transition through their spiritual awakening. Like the light workers have been sitting on the sidelines, but they're saying now that many of us are being called to take that risk and to put ourselves out there. And you're going to be needed. And they keep saying this, you're going to be needed. And very much so, like in the springtime, like a lot of people, like in the beginning of this message, people are going through their spiritual awakening and they need help. And it's not for us to do things for them or to take away their pain, but it's for us to say, this is how I got through it, and I'm offering you these tools and these suggestions for you to get through it, okay? And they want to make this very, very clear for the light workers. It's not our job anymore to transmute the collective energy. And this is huge, because I know that there's a lot of light workers, that, including myself, that have had this contract that we are transmuting a lot of the collective energy of fear and self-doubt and worry and worthiness and all that stuff. And that's why a lot of light workers have insomnia. And we're up at all hours of the night and feeling these emotions that don't feel like ours, and they're very intense. But that is part of what we have chosen to do to help with the collective to move forward with the awakening. So what they're showing me is that this period of time of the insomnia and transmuting the energy, that's going to come to an end. So they're offering a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel for a lot of light workers that have had sleep issues, that's going to be coming to an end. Okay. And they're saying you don't want to try and get out of the contract because it's almost done. So just hang in there a little bit more and we'll be able to finish with, and they're showing me like flags, like, woohoo, we did it. Okay, so we're coming up on that. We're coming up towards the finish line of dealing with other people's stuff, which is really, really nice. Okay, so back to going and taking that risk. When you put your trust into the angels, into life, knowing that life is always going towards your highest good. It's always propelling you towards your highest good. And when you are in integrity and you know what you're doing and you show up authentically, that risk lowers because your confidence and your clarity and your courage grows. So, and they're showing me like a baby in little steps. So take baby steps, take baby steps towards your purpose of whatever it is that you want to do. Don't quit your day job just yet, but start dabbling in it and take baby steps to get yourself out there. And you are fully supported, but remember to ask for help. The angels cannot help you unless you ask for it. They can send you signs. They can put people in your awareness. But if you consciously ask for help with specific situations and you listen for the answer and you are open to guidance, it can happen very quickly for you, but you have to ask for help. Okay. Whew. All right. Okay. So this is for the people that are just waking up now and they have all of these emotions that normally they have never felt before. They're having all of these weird phobias and fears that they've never had before. They are, things are breaking down in their lives, like financial breakdown, relationship breakdown, health breakdown, and they're showing me like an egg cracked open. They're showing me Humpty Dumpty. Okay, so they're being humorous about this because it can feel very, very heavy and very, very scary. But for these people, it might feel like your life is about to fall apart. And it is, but they don't want you to be afraid of that, because what they're showing me is that you've been living a certain way with just like Scotch tape holding things together. And you don't have to live that way anymore. You don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. You don't have to live with fear and with worry. You don't have to live settling for less than what you deserve in relationships. Like, that's an old way of being. And that's how a lot of us have been living. And that's why things are breaking down, because you don't have to do that anymore. But in order for the new to come in, for the light to come in, for the joy, for the love, for the abundance and the prosperity and the clarity, we have to clear away what's no longer serving us. And for many in this wave of people that are waking up, it's going to be difficult at times. It's difficult for all of us that have woken up at different times. But for this particular time, because it's such a massive awakening and the energy is so intense, it can feel very, very intense. And they just want to say, when you feel this, do your best to not numb it out, because with drinking or with eating or with Netflix, you're trying to numb yourself out. It just buries it, but it's going to explode like a volcano. Okay, it can only be buried so far. You can only ignore it for so long before things really explode. So they're saying, if you don't want your life to explode, start looking at things in your life and understand that the things that don't feel good anymore in your life, like abuse or belittling or lack or poverty, like if that doesn't feel good in your life, make the conscious decision to let it go, so you can bring in something better, something bigger, something more prosperous, more love. Okay. Whew. And it feels like it looks so muddled with like past life stuff coming in, and then everyone's energy is getting all crowded, and it feels like, okay, all right, so we're going to do some healing, because it feels like this group of people could really use some help. Okay, so even if you're not in the space, this meditation that we're going to do, it's going to help you as well, because it feels like we've moved from like being in the dark and moved to like hope that something better is going to come. And they want to speak to that. They want to speak to the people that are hoping something better is coming. So with hope, it's kind of like and they're saying dangerous. It's a dangerous word, because hope implies that you don't really believe that it's going to get better. You hope it's going to get better. And they want to change that for all of us today. They want to change that energy of hoping things are going to get better to knowing things that are going to get better. So if you're in that space of knowing that things are getting better, please stay on, because your energy is going to help the people that are hoping that it's going to be better. And if you're hoping that it's going to get better and you move into the next level of knowing, you're going to be helping the people that are just waking up, that have no idea what's happening. So what they're saying is basically everybody can benefit from this meditation. Okay, so let's start the meditation. So just taking a deep breath and feel your body begin to relax. Just allow yourself the permission to be in this time and space for the next few minutes. And know that the work you are doing on the planet, whether you realize it or not, is having a huge impact directly on each person that you touch, that you see, and it goes out as a ripple effect. So even if you just talk to one person, that can affect hundreds of lives. So allow yourself to settle into the chair beneath you. Bringing your awareness to your breath and bringing the past energy and the future energy into this present moment. And bring your attention to your body. And if there's any tension or if you're holding any emotion, just observe it and allow it to be there. And acknowledge it. And begin to feel what you're feeling. And if it is joy, you can expand that joy. But if it's fear or anger or worry, set the intention now to release it. To just feel that energy and release it out of your body with your breath. So as you inhale that energy that's in your body, and exhale as you feel it. And continue on with your breath. Continue to clear whatever is in your body right now. Just observing and allowing it to be without any judgment or attachment. And as that energy begins to drain out of your body, imagine your heart space has a light within it. And it's this beautiful green glow. And this energy is beginning to expand in your heart space. And it's also surrounded with pink energy, with loving energy. And just imagine this light and this energy filling up your entire body. And accompanied with this, the angels want to bring in the energy of knowing that all is well and moving past the hope that everything will be okay. So imagine this beautiful, bright, crystalline light coming into the top of your head and connecting with your heart space. And this energy is a knowing energy where you have absolute knowing. This goes beyond trust. This goes beyond faith. This is knowing that all is well and will be well in the future. And allow that energy to come into your body and to touch all of your cells. Bring it in and notice how you feel, knowing that all is and will be well. And as this light comes in and touches your cells, feel that energy expand in your body, all the way until your entire body is lit up with this light. And as you hold this energy in your body, it emanates out into your family, into the workplace, into your neighborhood, into the grocery store. Wherever you go, this energy you hold within you will shine so brightly that it will touch other people. And it will help them activate that knowing that they have within them, that all is and will be well. And now gently bring your attention back to this time and space. Feeling the chair beneath you, the floor beneath your feet, feeling yourself grounded into this time and space. And the angels want to thank you for being here and for choosing to bring in this light and activate it within your cells. They want to thank you for being here on this planet to help the consciousness shift into a higher vibration of love, of health, of joy and abundance. And when you are ready, come back to this time and space and open your eyes. Thank you so much for being here and being part of this massive, beautiful spiritual awakening on the planet right now. I'm so blessed to be able to channel what the angels want to share, and thank you for receiving it. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Many blessings.